could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning.
High hopes, he's got high apple pie in the sky. Hope nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning.
Hi, I'm John Malos, and welcome to this edition of Connect with Me, live on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on Comcast Channel 187 and 43.6. Today, the focus is on business. We're talking solar power, we're talking hot tubs, we're talking wood-burning fireplaces, hey, we're talking swimming pools. Hey, we're done for the day. Goodbye, no, I'm just kidding. We're back after this brief timeout, but don't forget the phone number, 436-ME-TV, 436-ME-TV, hit option 11, and we're back with our guest in just a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
Kind of fake you out there for a minute, huh? Thought the show was already over. Well, it's a half-hour program here on Connect with Me on this Tuesday morning. The focus, of course, is on business, and one of the finest businesses around here in the Central Valley. You know, we're talking solar power today mainly because, you know, I know a lot of people that are just fed up with their energy companies, whether it's PG&E, whether it's Southern California Edison, and they're making the switch over to solar power. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your bill has to be about $200 or more. I think it has to be above the $200 mark in order to efficiently put solar power panels up on your roof. I mean, if it's less than 200, there's probably no reason to put solar panels on. But you have a lot of people in the Central Valley, their bills are astronomical. And so they're going the solar way. Let's put a picture up on the screen and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Today's business is the Energy House. That's right, it's been around for more than 29 years, going on 30 years right now. They all started over at Blackstone and Sierra. For the last 15 years, they've been located right there on your screen, 41 and Bullard. Voted the People's Choice Award as the #1 solar company in hot tubs and solar, of course, the last 7 years. That's voted by the public #1. Majority of their business, of course, is selling solar power, and it's a hot commodity right now, as I just mentioned just a minute ago. They also sell hot tubs. They sell pools. They sell wood-burning stoves, even in the summertime, believe it or not. Now, the owner of the Energy House is Steve Combs. He's a longtime owner, but live in our studio right now is Rob Robinson. He is the sales manager for the Energy House. He is here to take your calls and answer any questions about solar panels, about solar power. Should you make the switch over from PG&E to solar? Are you fed up with your energy company? 436-ME-TV. Don't put yourself through that pain and wade through that 45-second message. Just hit option 11 ASAP, and Rob will be glad to answer your questions about solar, about hot tubs. People are installing pools in their backyards right now because it's summer, and you'll get 3 or 4 months out of the year, energy-wise, and also enjoyment out of that pool. So 436-ME-TV, hit option 11. We're back in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean Dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Hi, I'm John Malos, and this is Connect with Me, and welcome back to the program. And we are talking about solar power. We're talking with Rob Robinson, the sales manager over at Energy House. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, John. Thank you for having us.
All right, talking solar power. We have a call right off the bat. See, I told you the phones could light up, and we are doing it right now.
Let's do it.
Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you?
I am doing fine, sir. How are you?
Hey, good. What's your question today?
Here's my question today. Why is it that we have to waste energy in order to be part of that program? My light bill is normally in the area of 30 to maybe 50, 75 bucks a month, and that's in the summertime. But why are they excluding me because I save energy? Why can't I buy me a solar system and be able to give back the energy and make the check like everybody else does? Why just because that I don't waste that much energy am I being secluded from all the programs? I mean all the programs. I've called different companies. No one will sell me just a solar system just to help me save more energy in my house because my bill is too low. Can you help me with that one? Is there a program out there for those of us who do not waste a lot of energy and still want to do this?
Yeah, I think that's easily answered. The PG&E system is set up in a tier structure, and that's 1 through 5. And the first 2 tiers, which you happen to be in if your power is very low, is essentially cheap power. Solar comes in around 14 cents, which is a little bit more than what you're paying. So it doesn't really make financial sense. So you really need to be at that $150 to $200 mark in order for solar to make sense. However, there may be factors such as you are motivated to just get solar to be green. You may be just motivated to just have solar to assist with your bill. There's other motivating factors, but generally for it to make financial sense, generally your bill needs to be about $150 to $200 on average per month.
Are you still there?
That don't make sense to me. Yes, that's what don't make sense to me. Why should I spend more energy just to get these factors? Is there a program where I can put up 2 or 3 of these solar screen panels, or maybe 5, whatever it takes to take care of me, but so that I can live even more green, like he said, instead of just having to just keep giving money to PG&E?
Well, absolutely. It is your choice to go solar, and we'd love you for it to go green and be solar just on the financial end where it starts to make financial sense. It really needs to be about that $150 to $200 mark right in there. So nothing's stopping you from going solar. We'd love you to go solar, but for financial purposes, it really needs to make sense around those numbers that I just gave.
You know, if you want, sir, Rob can give you his telephone number at the store, and you can call him after the show later today, and you guys can talk about your bill and whatnot. What's your phone number, Rob?
I could be reached at 432-1500, and that's the 559 area code.
Does that sound like a winner?
1,500?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
432-1500, and I appreciate the phone call very much.
Oh, thank you, John. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks for
So I think
calling.
what he was talking about is he saves energy.
Correct.
His bill probably is under $150.
Correct.
He's doing everything he's supposed to do, and yet he's tired of paying PG&E. But you're saying it may not make financial sense?
Correct.
Why?
Because the first 2 tiers in PG&E are set up under where solar comes in. Solar comes in around 14 cents per kilowatt hour. Tiers 1 and 2 fall under that. So it doesn't make financial sense to spend more money to get rid of less money. So
I see.
So in essence, financially that doesn't make sense. You don't spend a larger amount of money.
So when you're in his position, the only motivating factor would be the hatred for PG&E and to get rid of them, right? I mean, that's the only way to say it.
There would actually be 2. There would be that hatred for the utility, or there would be just to go green. So those would be the 2 motivating factors for him.
Yeah, interesting that 14 cents per kilowatt hour.
Correct. That's about where
solar.
solar comes in. Yes, sir.
Interesting. Okay, so I want to put a picture up on the screen of you guys installing solar power up on a house there, and there is one of the pictures right there. How much of your business, Rob, goes into solar?
Well, we started out in solar in 1984. We are one of the oldest solar companies out there. Solar's typically driven by incentives, and when those incentives went away, we decided to go in different directions until it actually came back, which is within these few years.
Look at that photo up there right now. What's going on up there?
What's going on right now is they are actually setting down the rails, getting ready for installing of the panels. That's actually a pretty large job that they're doing right there. That consumer had some really astronomical bills, and right now he's running a net zero situation, which means he does not pay for his electric power. It's all produced by what's going on his roof.
Okay, let me ask you a question. There's a
Yes.
beautiful shot right there of the panels actually installed on one of the homes. What about the weight of those panels? How do you know if someone's roof can handle that kind of weight? Is that an issue at all?
It's typically not an issue because the weight of the panels are displaced over a large area, and the roof is typically designed to accommodate that. Where you come into play, where you have to watch out, is when you have tile roofs. Because those have certain calculations that you have to watch out for. In that case, we go to an engineer first to make sure that the roof is structurally sound in order to hold the panels.
So the only concern would be is if you own a tile roof.
Correct.
Okay, and what's the longevity of these panels? Is it 10 years, 15 years, what?
Has everything to do with the manufacture of the panels.
Okay.
We sell a good quality product, and our product will last over 20 years on your roof.
Right.
So-
So, you know, it was years ago, if someone had solar, they were thought of as kind of a nut. Not now.
No, not at all. It's actually the thing to do.
Yeah, it's the in thing to do now is to
Absolutely.
get solar.
Yes.
Because we're getting rid of that energy company. We don't like them.
Absolutely.
Is that kind of the trend now?
You know, the trend and the real driving factor here in the valley is that our energy is just so high. We have one of the highest utilities in the nation.
Why?
Why is that? That's the million-dollar question. No one knows why. We're paying more than areas like Texas, Arizona, those states that
We're
really,
paying more here than they are in the Bay Area.
Absolutely correct. So for that reason, this valley is a hotbed for solar. There's a lot of concentration. As a matter of fact, in the state, this is the third area of concentration for solar. Little old Fresno.
All right, we're talking to Rob Robinson, the sales manager over at the Energy House, and we want to take a phone call real quick before we go to break. Let's take it and see what happens. Good morning, you're on Connect with Me. How are you?
Good.
Good. What's your question?
Yes, I had a question about solar power, the panels, and I was wondering, is it possible to stay out of Tier 3 by just purchasing, say, 5 or 6 panels, installing them, and then, you know, stay in that range where you're in Tier 1 and Tier 2? Or does that make sense?
Actually, it makes a lot of sense, and one of the ways that we design our systems is for customers to stay out of 3, 4, and 5. We call that tier shaving. We created an algorithm which analyzes your bills, and we're able to unmask the secret of those bills, and we can show what you're actually spending in tiers 3, 4, and 5, and to design a system to actually eliminate those, which is actually financially a smart decision.
Now, do you analyze someone's bill over the course of, say, 6 months or a year?
It's typically 1 year that we analyze, but we do have methods if someone has just moved into the home or they've been there less than 1 year. So we do have ways of doing that.
Are you still there, sir?
Yes,
Caller?
sir.
Any other questions?
Just one more.
Yes,
Have all our installations gone with the microinverter type solar panel?
Actually, no. Microinverter technology is
Explain what that is first, because that goes a little bit above my head.
Okay. What microinverter technology is each panel has its own inverter. The inverter is the little box that creates turns the power that's not usable from the panel into usable power for your house. In a microinverter situation, each one of those panels has its own little microinverter. That technology here in the valley is not super popular because there's so many things that can go wrong. In addition to our valley's really hot.
Does that mean that each individual panel is working independently?
Correct.
Okay.
And so there's a lot that can go wrong. And the company that we work with tested it out here in the valley, and it just really wasn't the way to go. So traditional solar, which uses 1 or 2 inverters, depending on the size of
it
the
works
array,
all the panels
it
at
works
one
all
time.
the panels at once, and that's actually the optimal way to go here in the Valley.
Yeah, okay. Talking to Rob Robinson, sales manager over at the Energy House. Time to take a break. We're back with more of Connect with Me, 436-ME-TV, hit option 11. Back in just a moment.
From now on, when I sneeze, I'll try to sneeze more friendly.
And a hot topic here on Connect with Me today, there's no doubt about it. Anytime we have, someone talking about energy, someone talking about medicine, even when we have attorneys on, oh my goodness, the phones light up like a Christmas tree. Here we go again. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you this morning?
Pretty good.
Good. What's your question, sir?
I just want to make a comment. To me, solar power, it just seems like such a waste. I just put a brand new roof on my house. I spent $10,000 for it. And then on top of that, you got to put panels. Why don't they? I don't understand why the solar panel can't be the roof itself. That's my question.
Oh, that's a great question.
That is an absolutely great question. And the company that we deal with, who is SunPower, they do actually make solar tiles. However, it's the application works best when it's applied to a brand new home. So, yeah, that is available technology.
So if you're building a house, you could request this.
Correct.
That your roof just be made out of solar panels.
Correct. However, traditional solar, which uses solar panels, is going to be a little bit more effective and going to offer more power than those solar tiles.
Why?
The area of the panel and the quality of the panel. So
that's what it boils down to? It's as simple as that?
Yes, very simple.
Okay.
So the efficiency of the panel is a lot higher efficiency than those solar tiles.
So what company do you use for the panels?
Here at the Energy House, we only use quality products and services, and for solar we use SunPower, which is an American company.
Why?
It's an American company, and they have longer warranties. They have higher quality products. The warranty is backed by SunPower, and all the individual components of the solar system actually come from SunPower. Typically, when a solar system is put together, the panels come from one place, the inverter somewhere else, and what we call the balance of system, or the other little parts that go to make the solar system up, come from somewhere else. So if you run into an issue, you have this warranty, that warranty, this warranty, and you have an issue and you have finger pointing. You don't get that with SunPower. You have a
made in America.
Yes.
Okay. You get the guarantee, the warranty.
Correct.
For what, 20 years?
Yes, 20 years. And it's a global company, so it's not only made in America. It's made in countries such as Asia, Australia, and that's all for logistics, so that they don't have to pay a lot of money to get those panels. But here in America, our panels are made in America.
Why has the energy company, and Steve Combs, I know, is the owner, lasted so long? Why have you done so well the last 29 years? I know you've only been there, what, 10 of the 29?
I've been there 10. I've been doing this for 15 years, but one of the things that attracted me to the Energy House was we only sell quality products and services. It's very easy to bring in a product that you can just move to make money, but if you're getting calls and it's breaking down, what have you really solved? You've solved nothing. So the ideology is to have a quality product that you can stand behind and sleep well at night.
But Rob, there has to be some other factor, because there are a lot of companies that sell quality products. That's all they sell. So what's the other ingredient that the Energy House has that's the key to success?
I would have to say it's a well-trained staff. We're always listening to the customer. What is it that we can do to make us better? And we take those things, we meet about them, and we really work hard to earn business. We listen, we reach out, and those things, I think, separate you from everyone else. We care, we listen. That's important.
You care about the customer.
Correct.
Even after they purchase the product?
That is correct. And for that reason, we have a high rate of return for customers. So, yeah, that's really important for us.
Yeah. And That location, 15 years.
Yes.
Does Steve plan on staying there for another 15? Or?
Absolutely.
He does.
Absolutely. We love it.
There's the property right there. Of course, voted #1 is the people's choice in solar power and hot tubs and all the rest. There are the years printed up on the window there. That's the front. That's Bullard, actually. That door faces Bullard Avenue, although that door is not for is not an entryway for the
Correct.
general public, right?
Correct. You actually go around the backside.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, we're talking to Rob Robinson, the sales manager at the Energy House. Hey, we encourage your phone calls. We've got some couple of good ones coming in already.
Absolutely.
436-ME-TV, hit option 11. And we see that you're learning very quickly, saving yourself that pain from waiting through that message. Hit option 11 as soon as you possibly can. As fast as your fingers will move, hit option 11. Back in just a moment.
Is taking care of laundry taking too much of your time? Have you become a missing mom? With a new fast, efficient washer and dryer from Ventura TV Video Appliance, you'll spend more of your day the way you want.
This Amana Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is now just $6.99, and this heavy-duty Maytag Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is only $8.99.
Don't spend your life on laundry. Upgrade today at Ventura TV Video Appliance and save.
And back here on the program on Connect with Me, talking about solar power, Rob Robinson from the Energy House is here. And I want to talk about some of the other products that you guys sell at the Energy House. And one of those products, hot tubs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's turn around to the monitor, Rob, and turn around, and you can kind of voice over what we're looking at there. One of the hot tubs that's on the showroom floor there.
Absolutely. We're looking at what's called a Vanguard model, and that is outfitted with the ACE system so that you can actually have a hot tub, a saltwater hot tub, that's really good for your skin. This actually also is the #1 selling unit globally in the world.
What does a unit like this cost?
Oh, I would say you'd be right around the $10,000 range. However, Hot Spring makes products starting mid-3s and going up from there. It just depends on what's important to you in a hot tub.
Why is this a hot seller even in the summertime? Actually, you think of a hot tub, you think of the winter, it's cold, it's foggy. Hey, let's jump in the hot tub. But in the summer, it's 106 degrees.
Actually, a hot tub is America's next great appliance. What happens in the summertime is you actually turn the heat down and enjoy your hydrotherapy in the summertime. So it does not have to be a hot tub per se.
The water doesn't have to be
correct.
hot.
Correct.
Okay. It can be whatever temperature you like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this one here, we're looking at a different model here. No water in this one.
Yeah, this one's looks like the Relay or the Rhythm. It depends. Those one has a lounge, one does not, and very popular model. It happens to be in a magical price point that customers love, so we sell quite a bit of it.
And the diamonds come with it,
the
right?
Little diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yeah. All right, another call coming in here, Rob. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you?
Hi. Good morning. You had a guest on the other morning, Jim Perez, and he was talking about how what a unique environment we have here in the valley with over 320 days of sunshine a year, I think was his comment. That was Jim Perez, the golf pro at Iowa. But today, talking about solar, I wanted to ask your guest, is the orientation of your house in respect to the compass, is that an issue? Like, do you have to have a southern or western exposure to get optimum output from these panels? That's one of my questions, if you can remember that. And then the second part of my second question being the issue of fracking. I know that solar is an alternative energy source. Fracking is considered, is kind of in the fringe right now. Why are we pursuing this fracking? I'm hoping your guest, and maybe you, John, as the host, have a comment. Why are we concentrating so much time, energy, and mind power on fracking when the obvious choice, particularly for the valley, is solar? Thanks.
You want to pick up on those two questions?
Yeah, I'll pick up on the first one. I'll start. Orientation is very important when it comes to solar. The southern direction or southern-facing roof is your first option. Second would be the western-facing roof. And the third option would be the eastern-facing roof.
Does it matter what part of the country you live in? Or is it better if you live in the western part of the United States, California specifically, because of the way the sun hits us as opposed to the way it hits the East Coast?
No, it's going to be the same wherever you live. You want those types of orientations because of how the sun actually travels across that band of the earth.
Okay.
Without going too far in a different direction there.
Okay.
I want to just say that I'm not a fracking expert. I do have my views on
That's
fracking.
the second question.
Yeah,
the
but
fracking part.
But I would have to say right now I'm a solar expert, so I'm going to leave it right there unless you have commentary on that.
No, I don't. I'm not a fracking expert either, but I do know that when you do put solar up, I know that there's a certain place, and you're talking about the southern
facing roof.
Yes. You're going to get optimum power and exposure.
Correct. You want to be at the optimal tilt, and you want to be at the optimal positioning in respect to where that roof faces.
You know, one thing I didn't ask you about solar before we move on to something else,
Yes.
the cost. I want to know the cost of installation on my house.
Well, the cost of installation would be free at this point, and there's several
Free?
different...
What does that mean? Now, wait a minute. Free?
There's several different,
I'm in.
There's several different ways you can go solar. The actual best way to do it is if you can buy the solar panels, and the installation is included in that. For those that do not have the available cash, then you can lease the system for 20 years, and everything is covered under that lease. And the third option...
Oh, and you pay monthly.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the third option would be for those that do not want to own it but have the available cash, they can prepay the lease.
Okay, another call. Good morning, you're on Connect with me. How are you?
I'm fine. You?
Good, good. Speak up, please, if you can. Turn your sound down.
Okay.
Go ahead. Your question, sir. You're on the air.
Okay. The gentleman was talking about sun power panels, and I've been checking into it. They're more expensive than other panels. If I lease a solar system, why shouldn't I go with the cheaper panels versus sun power, and since it's warranted and will be replaced?
Well, the sun power panels actually do some really special things that other panels don't do. They actually offer more power per panel. And example, the average percentage of how do I want to say this? The efficiency rating on general panels are about 14%. When you get into a sun power panel, it's around 20, which makes a huge difference because you're gaining more power from that panel. It's also a better made panel, and typically a standard panel out there will, after about 8 to 12 years, start to degrade. And you get customers saying, hey, I think I need to add more panels to my home. Something's wrong with my system. Well, that's one of the things that you get when you have a lesser quality panel. When you have sun power, you don't get that.
Quickly, before we run out of time,
Yes.
I want to run 2 more videos, but a shortened version of it. You also sell pools out there at the Energy House. Here's one of the pools. We won't run the entire video, just show a few seconds of this. What kind of pools do you sell out there?
We sell, once again, a good quality Splash Super Pool. It's a made-in-America product. It is the most durable pool on the planet, hands down. It is used by the U.S. military.
The cost?
The cost, I'm going to say they're going to start in the 3 zone, right in there.
$3,000?
Yes.
And up?
And up, depending on the size and however you outfit the pool.
All right. Roll the next video. We'll keep it here, and a shortened version of this. You also sell these wood-burning stoves.
Yes, sir.
In the summertime,
yes,
you
we
sell
do.
them. Rob, how is that possible?
Well, we sell Lennox hearth products, and we happen to be one of their 50 top providers or dealers for the product. And it's just a good way to save money as far as fuel. Instead of using your central in your home, you'd use one of these products right here, and it will save you tremendously on your bill.
Cost minimum would be what to install?
Oh, I would say for an insert, you're going to probably be mid-3s right in there.
3,000?
Yes.
Okay, we'll turn you back around here. We're almost out of time. We have about 30 seconds. Getting back to the solar power, if you wanted to purchase the panels, what would it cost? Just purchase them outright. What, 20 grand?
There's
on average?
there is no average price. It has everything to do with your power usage.
But give me a
analyzing
range.
them.
Would it be 15 to 20?
Oh, I've seen as low as 12,
and as high as
over $100,000.
Oh my God! Yeah, but that's for a mansion in Bel Air, right?
You're in Fresno.
Rob Robinson,
it was a pleasure.
You're welcome back here anytime.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, the Energy House, located at 41 in Bullard. And tomorrow, another special guest. We've got a dancer in the house. That's right. He's going to teach me how to tap dance. Who knows? We're back with more of Connect with Me tomorrow. Have a great day.
Look at that. Isn't that a great layout? You son of a gun. This campaign is no good. No good!
Darren and Larry, the original Mad Men on Bewitched.